Hello, everyone. Welcome to Through the Fire and the SBN Small Business Network podcast. I am your host, Ryan Wickline, and I got a special guest for you today. One of my good friends, strength coach and gym owner, Mike Elkins. Hey, Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Ryan. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Mike Elkins. I own a small private training studio here in Columbus, Ohio, named Effort Based Training. I'm a 43-year-old father of one. I do jujitsu competitively and as a hobby also. I've been in working out and strength training for close to 30 plus years now. Fitness has always been just a huge part of my life. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, good story. So how do you like doing the jiu-jitsu stuff?
Oh man, that's if there's one hobby or thing I could push anybody into, it would be jujitsu. It's been very transformative in my life.
That's awesome. So what inspired you to be a part of the industry?
Well, I used to be a construction worker, and I took a lot of pride doing that. I loved my job. I liked working hard. Construction's kind of what took me from being, kind of wandering around and a kid into having more of a good work ethic and becoming an adult. So I loved my construction career, but as I got about 10 years into it, I realized it was really tearing up my body and it was really thankless. And I'll never forget it. I had a guy come up to me and say, "Hey, Mike, we're gonna train you on the service truck. We're gonna have you picking up equipment and driving around Columbus, and we're gonna have you do that." And I looked right at him. I said, "I don't feel safe doing that." He's like, "Okay." 2 weeks to the day, he came right back to me and he's like, "Hey, Mike, we're gonna train you up on the service truck." And I knew right then I was done in construction and I wanted to go do something for myself. And I thought about it for a long time. I'm like, man, what would I like to do? Like, I know I want to do something different. I want to do something I like. And I'm a firm believer in faith. I'm a firm believer in God. And I kept seeing and hearing things every single day. I'd hear it on the radio, become a personal trainer. I'd hear it on Mike and Mike in the morning, watching ESPN, become a personal trainer. So I'm like, maybe I should become a personal trainer. And I told my wife, and she didn't even bat an eye. She's like, "Do it." So long story short, I went back to school for it. And here I am today, 10 years later.
That's a great story. Crazy how God can work that in your life to lead you to where he wants you to be.
Yeah, the signs were not so subtle either.
Yeah, I've had a lot of those too in my life where it just like, here, smack you in the back of the head to tell you which way to go.
Yeah.
So what kind of products and services do you offer?
So I mainly offer small group private personal training. So what I mean by that, I try to have groups from anywhere from 2 to 4, upwards of 6 to 8 people in my room, in my gym. I have a 2,000 square foot gym, and I follow a structure of what I like for people to do, but I personalize it to each person during their time period. So I offer small group personal training, and then I also offer private personal training.
Sweet. So what is some of the biggest challenges you may face in your industry?
I'd say the biggest challenge that I've had is finding clients. I mainly use word of mouth. I've been very blessed. My clients usually sing pretty high praise of me. So that's how I've got most of my clients, but it's always been kind of a struggle. It's always been kind of an entrepreneur's worst enemy. Like, where's my next month income is going to come from? So I would say finding clients has definitely been and not that I've done bad. It's just, it's always kind of, where are they going to come from next?
Yeah, I understand that one as a coach and everything, trying to get everything off the ground to get more people to come to you, trying to struggle to find everybody.
Absolutely.
So what are some of your short-term and long-term goals you have for your business?
Right now, I'd say probably my short-term goal is just maintaining what I've had. I've been with another gym that grew a little too fast, too soon, and it wasn't necessarily the best thing for them. I've went from working for a small gym that turned into a big gym, and then I went out on my own. I ended up working in my basement for a little bit of time, and then I bought my own gym here, a 2,000 square foot gym. So right now, my short-term goal is probably just maintaining what I have and making sure I'm still delivering the high quality service that I deliver to my clients. Long-term, I would say would be figure out a way that I can sort of start to remove myself in the gym. That way I'm not working all the hours and all the sessions to be dependent on me.
Yeah, that's very, very understandable right there. So what maybe some short-term, long-term goals you have for yourself besides your business and your business?
That's a good question. Well, like I mentioned, I'm a father of one. I got a 3-year-old son. He's a lot of my focus right now. I'm just trying to raise him, instill some good morals in him, still try to maintain relationships with my wife. That's where a lot of my goals are, like personally. Of course, I have some jujitsu goals and I have some financial goals, but mainly I'm trying to be a little bit more present currently with my family. And then long term, again, is thinking about, removing myself from the business and spending even more time with my wife. We have goals of owning property and being able to vacation more in the future. So that'd probably say where my long-term goal is.
Those are some good goals. So like for anybody listening, how important is personal development in like your goals and how you built your business?
Oh man. I think striving to be better is the thing that everyone should possibly do. I say to my clients all the time, we live in the age of information and people use this thing to make themselves dumber. Like you can go on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook groups, and you can learn a wealth of knowledge in minutes. Instead, people are looking at memes and they're looking at things that they probably shouldn't. And it just blows me away. When I found audiobooks and self-help books, man, that is when my life dramatically started improving. Just improving yourself is probably, it's definitely one of the most important things you can do in life.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I mean, I don't think everybody understands that to accomplish your goals, you have to personally grow yourself to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have the soundbite of the year with that one with the phone making everybody dumber.
it's true though, man. I mean, people stay up late, they play video games, they go out drinking with their buddies, and it's fulfilling that instant gratification of I want to have fun and I want to do what I do, but it's definitely not helping you in any kind of long-term goal that you have. One of my favorite Bible scriptures is Hebrews 12:11, and it says every discipline feels painful in the moment, but if you follow through it, sorry, here I'm blanking. It strives to make you better, basically.
Yeah.
Hebrews 12:11. Go look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's discipline,
Yeah, that's one of the hardest things that a person needs to learn. I think we were blessed from growing up in a wrestling community that we learned discipline real quick and what it took.
And we were also part of a special group that was exceptionally good too.
Yeah.
So you had to have that discipline.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you, how important is physical fitness to a person in their mindset?
Again, I think it's very important. I mean, when you treat your body right, everything just seems to fire on the right cylinders. You know, if you're putting the right foods in your body, if you're listening to the right things that go through your head, everything that we take is consumption. Whether it's air, whether it's nutrition, whether it's the people that we're around, you're consuming this type of stuff. So if you're not putting the right foods in your body, and if you're not training your body in the right way, it can have very negative effects. I mean, I have friends that don't work out, and they're negative, about the fact that I work out, or about the fact that I'm healthy, and it's kind of sad, but it's also the truth, And I mean, it's choices that we make,
Yes. I don't think people understand that the choice, like everybody has choices. I mean, and that the choices you make lead to where you're going to be in life in the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. I mean, huge discipline over, pleasure most of the time. So what advice would you give someone who wanted to start exercising, but probably had some fear holding them back?
I think, again, it comes all back to choices. Somebody just has to make that internal choice for themselves that they want to start doing something for themselves. If I had any advice I would give to somebody that's kind of thinking about starting a workout program, I would be like, look, I view your health just like your wealth. Building health and wealth, in my opinion, are the exact same things. It's these long-term goals, and you put these daily deposits of health into your health account, and it makes you live longer. It gives you better quality of life. It's going to make you happier. It's going to make you feel more confident about yourself. When you get older, you're going to be less likely to sarcopenia, less likely to osteopenia. It's really the fountain of youth. Working out is. There's very few things that you can that are out there that say I did that all by myself. And working out and nutrition is definitely one of them. Nobody can work out for you, and that's one of the special things I feel. But yeah, it has to be a choice that somebody makes. But man, when they make that decision to improve themselves, man, that's going to lead to lots of good things down the road.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So what kind of challenge did you run into with some of your clients? Like keeping them motivated and everything, and
not being coachable. Man, that's my toughest one. Not being coachable. And it's crazy too, because people pay me for this stuff, and I'll say, this is exactly what you need to do, and they'll do the opposite. You need to start tracking your calories. I don't want to do that. Okay. Well, good luck to you. You need to start planning out your meals ahead of time. Well, I think I know what I need to eat. Well, then do it. Not being coachable is definitely the hardest one. People seem to be know-it-alls, and people also seem to be stubborn. And I thought it was, it's just this person that way, and it's just this person. But no, I mean, I see it myself, definitely. I see it in almost everyone now. It's everybody thinks that they know best, and when they allow themselves to be coachable, man, that's when really, really good things can happen.
Okay, so how can people get a hold of you if they're interested, especially all the people listening from the Columbus area? What's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so I have a webpage, effortbasedtraining.com. You can go in there. You can submit an inquiry on there. You can follow me on Instagram. I don't really do Facebook. I think I am on there on Facebook, but I'm not big on social media, so I don't get on Facebook. I do my business on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, Effort Based Training, hit me a message, DM, I'd get back to you. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Any advice you give somebody looking to get in the personal training industry?
Start working at a gym. Go get certified. Start working at a gym, and you gotta love it. You know, the first couple of years are going to be hard. That's about with any entrepreneurial venture. First couple of years are very hard, but it's definitely worth it. It's very rewarding to me. Seeing the positive change that I've had in people, it's pretty cool. But yeah, start working for a gym, start getting your reps in. It's just like everything else. You got to get your reps under your belt. Don't expect to kill it month one, year one, but it can definitely be done. I started from a construction worker. I went and worked for a gym for about 4 years before I went out on my own. And here I am 6 years after that. I have my own 2,000 square foot gym and about 40 clients. And it's definitely worth it. The positive change you have on people is awesome.
That's an amazing story, man. Hey, well, hey guys, that wraps everything up. Let's thank Mike for being here with us. And on that note, we're going to talk to you guys later. We're out.